Well, good morning, good morning. It is 5:56 in the morning. And no, I didn't have much sleep after I talked to y'all. But I don't sleep very often. When I've got things, I gotta get things done. And that's just the way it goes. I'm trying to get everything cleaned up and get ready to make my potato salad. And I thought, well, I better show y'all what I'm doing there. Of course, then I get water everywhere, and you know, same old, same old thing. That's okay. We will make it. I'm sure happy y'all can join me on this Easter morning. So, I wash my vegetables and stuff in hydrogen peroxide because it kills all the bacteria, and you rinse them really good so that I get my Instapot and get that put out there. Don't need the big knife. So I'm just going to cube my potatoes about like that, probably. Just any rhyme or reason. Put them in my Instapot. I've scrubbed them potatoes till they wonder if they got anything on them. Cats are in the, 3 of the cats are in the house. Boy, they're tearing up Jack this morning because it's cool outside. Cold. 40, 50, I don't know. Whatever it is. So we're just putting these in our Instapot. And won't take long to get this stuff. But I wanted to get it fixed because I told y'all I usually put it in the icebox overnight. And I didn't. So we're going to do it now. We're going to get this made and put it in the icebox. I'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and I decided I was going to use, this is a whole 5-pound bag of potatoes. And let's get our cheat sheet out and look up our cubed potatoes. So we need a couple. If you don't have one of these for your Instapot, get you one off of Amazon. They're just magnet, they stick on your refrigerator. So we need, for cubed, we need 1 cup of liquid, 3 to 4 minutes on high and quick release. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get about a cup of water. And I'm going to put some salt in that water. Just if I can get it out of here. This weather just made everything kind of crazy. I'm just going to put that cup of water down about over them. And then I am going to clean this mess up. Then I'm going to put these in my Instapot. And when they get done, we'll be back. Okay, I got the potatoes in the Instapot. Of course, Mother is up and she wanted some more coffee. So Mother gets coffee today. Hot, steaming coffee. put a little cold water in that or a piece of ice, because that's just a little bit hot. She loves this old cup. Lord, I don't know what we'd do if we broke that cup. That's one of the restaurant cups from probably 1950. Well, when I went to the grocery store last night, I got, of course, Duke's mayonnaise. That's the only mayonnaise I'll use, especially in grandmother's potato salad. And I got a new deal of the original apple cider vinegar that's got the mother in it, you know, the main deal in it. And I'm going to try this grapeseed oil. Now, this is a grapeseed oil blend, but it was only a small amount of money compared to olive oil and all that. It's canola oil probably, and let's see, grapeseed, let's see. Yeah, canola and grapeseed oil. But grapeseed oil is good for frying and high temperature stuff, so I've used it. But then I went back to my my olive oil, so, you know, the 6 1/2 dozen other. But it's still more beneficial to you than Wesson oil or Crisco or something like that. So we're just going to wait on potatoes, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to get 2 of these Vidalia onions, and I'm going to peel them. Now, you know, since Billie Jean don't have you know what, and the sick brother-in-law don't have you know what, we're going to, there's ice falling, we're going to, I'm just going to lay that right there until I get this, these old holes off here, because that's one thing, I go down about 1 hull, or 1 onion level, because I don't like them tough. So those are going to garbage sack. Let me rinse my board. Now I use that hydrogen peroxide, and that's what I clean my boards with. I put hydrogen peroxide just out of my can, and I put it on my board. And wipe it in there with my rag that I have for that. And that gets all that bacteria off there. And you can clean your knives with it. Then you rinse this off real good. And that will kill any of that E. coli. That will kill anything that's harboring in this wood or in your kitchen. So don't forget that. You know, just do not forget that. So let me get the out of the dishwasher. I've got my get the rest of my chopper out. Alright, so now that big old jar, that pickle jar that I had washed and put my jalapeno peppers in, I'm going to get my chopper. I love this chopper better than anything I think I've ever had in my life. So what I'm going to do is let me get my spoon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get one of my little dippers. And I'm thinking if I want to put how much I want to put of that into my this will have to go back into the icebox now. I don't want a whole bunch of that into my. I'm just going to put about, I'd say, tablespoon and a half, maybe. I don't want it to be. I wonder how hot it is. Let me taste it. It's not bad. We'll just put a few of those peppers. Since I'm not going to put pickle relish in it because of all the salt, I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. So let me just cube these onions up, and I'll chop them. You know, once the oxygen hits chopped onions, they become bitter. But there's not much you can do about it if you're going to use chopped onions. It will calm down some once you get all the mayonnaise and stuff in there and the dill. But for right now, we're just going to get these chopped up. Then we will. Looks like a lot, but you know, 5 pounds of them red potatoes, that's a lot also. So now what I'll do is I'll take my dill, just the old Spice Island dill weed. I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons. May add a little more, and a little bit. Now I'll get my chopper and I'll chop that, and I'll be back. Okay, we'll chop that. Check it. Okay, so now we've got that chopped up pretty fine, and we got that done. Now scrape that down off the side. If you need to chop it some more, go ahead. Clean our little blades off. And see that juice from that onion, and what little bit pepper juice or pickle juice, if you have pickle relish, that's what the recipe will call for, is the pickle relish. So we'll have this already prepped, ready for when our potatoes decide to come out of the pot. And then we'll get this kind of assembled and get it in the icebox so it can chill. I'll be back. Okay, the potatoes went off. Let me move them over here in my Instapot, and I'm going to let the steam off. Just let steam off of there. Usually I'll take a little rag and kind of put it over this so I don't want that liquid flying everywhere. Get my old cup towel and that spews out, you know. Now you can't open one of these Instant Pots. It's not going to blow the thing through the ceiling like you know who. So you can't open your lid until this pressure is all the way down. So it's not going to blow up with you. That's why I love these. I'm not going to use another old pressure cooker. I've still got two, but I don't use them. I use this. So now, move this back over here. I wanted to show y'all that I just take that pressure off. And pretty heavy. Not too bad. Got just a little bit of, let me get my hot pads, my puppets, so I can move this over to here. I'm going to set that over here. I'm going to get one of my popcorn bowls. I've got the big old bowls, but I told y'all when you find these popcorn bowls, they're just like a good one of my old speckle bowls. And I buy these. This one was $4.99. So when you find those, get them and put them up because you'll need a big bowl or two big bowls before it's over with. So you might as well just get something that, instead of trying to make do with some old plastic bowl, get these popcorn bowls because they sold them in the 80s and 90s, and I don't know if they still sell them, but okay, we're nearly got our, it's just almost through spewing. You hear that pop down, and that means it's ready to unlock. You just pull your top off. Let's check, make sure that they're done. Let me get my puppets, my hot pad holders. Okay, so there's our potatoes. See the potatoes? Now they've turned from red to kind of brown because we cooked them. So now I'm going to get my, there's another one. See, I use these. Here's another one. See, here's another popcorn bowl. They just, you can just use them over and over, and you'll be surprised how much you will use them. Okay, let me get one of my froggy things, one of my little froggy bills, and I'm just gonna see, those are, see how done those are, just as done as they can be. So we're just gonna lift those out into our bowl. You could drain them, but I try to keep them kind of intact, if you know what I mean. I don't want to squash them too much, and you're going to squash them some because you're of course gonna mix your mayonnaise and all that stuff down in there. So 5 pounds of potatoes makes a big bowl, and get them out if you can. That's hot. Let me get a hot pad. Get one of these and hold the side of that and get down in there and get the rest of those spuds out of there. You don't need that juice because it's starch. So let's get this put right over here. Okay, got that done. So there's our potatoes. So that made a whole, that 5 pound makes about one big bowl of that. Now what to this, I'm going to take one stick of butter, and I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in my potatoes. Let me check the old recipe and see. I know how to do this, but let me check my recipe of Granny's that she had written in here. And boil, wash, peeled, and quartered potatoes in a large bowl for 20 minutes. Peel fork tender. Drain potatoes, put them back into the warm boiler, which we put in our popcorn bowl, with a stick of butter, onions, pepper mixed. Mix well. Potato will break down as you mix in this in the next step. 1 cup of mayonnaise and 1/4 cup, 1 cup of mayo. So you need a cup of mayo and 1 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon and a teaspoon of mustard, regular mustard. Okay. Now let's just kind of spread this butter out over that, so it kind of. Now we'll add some pepper. Let's see about the pepper. 1/2 teaspoon. So I'll just measure it. Now I think we're going to add more because this recipe is 3 times this big. So see, now if you didn't want to make all that potato salad, you could have some good potatoes for dinner. But we're going to do potato salad. Okay, see how that's. Okay. Now then, let me see, the onions, we got to put the onions. Can't forget that. So now we're just going to take our peppers and onions and pickles and whatever you put in yours, and dill, and I always add dill. Dill. That makes it so much better. Now we've got our onions. So we'll just let that kind of mix around there. And oh boy, does it smell good. Wish we had smell-o-vision. Okay. See, those aren't breaking apart too much. Okay. Get down under that bottom. All right now. And make sure I got, let me get my mustard. And now you could put a cup of sweet pickle relish in this. But like I told you, I'm not going to have that because of the sodium and what have you. So I'm going to do this way today. We're going to put, let's just put a tablespoon of our yellow mustard. Let's just put probably about, that's probably that much for this big a bowl. Might even need a little bit more. So then we'll take our Duke's mayonnaise, and that's at 1.25 cups. Well, we're not going to add 1.25 cups. We'll add more than that. So let me just kind of mix that right there on the top, and get me let me get a big spoon. I'll get the old ice cream spoon and use it. Now I'm just going to see how, probably, I'd say let's try that right there for now. That's way over 1.25 cups. Not a way over, but it's quite a bit over. Let's do one more. Because you want that good. You want it to be good. Let me get the lid put on this. Because when they have to have a little more. Now I'm just going to try to lift. I'm just going to try to lift and get that mixed in without trying to break those potatoes together. Try to get down under the bottom. With that being still hot, and that butter, now you can do this more of a mustard potato salad. Now it's got some, you can see the yellow twinges in it. Let's pull that around. Now, get that spoon cleaned off. Let me get a test spoon so I can see if this is right or wrong. It's got to have more salt. I didn't think. And I hate putting more salt, but we're going to have to, or nobody else will like it. I just won't eat a lot of it. That's just what I've got to do. So let me mix that in. Now, let me rinse this spoon off. Let me rinse this spoon off and see if that's any better. By the time that gets cold, we're going to have to have more pepper. I told y'all I figured we need more pepper. And I think maybe, I'm not sure, but I think maybe that will finally be okay there in a little bit if once that gets cool. I don't think I want any more mustard, but if you do, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. You could put more mustard in that. I just think it's a preference. So you do it the way you would like to. And clean this bowl up and get your foil on it. And that's enough to feed the army. There's our potato salad. Now, what I will do, let me taste this off of this spoon before I put it in the sink. See, y'all, I think that's pretty dang good. Okay, I'm going to take paprika, you know. We just put a little paprika on it. Remember, you got to have paprika, or it's not grandmother's potato salad. Okay. Clean your work up. Let me get a paper towel. We'll clean our work up. Most of the time what I'll do is I'll mix this in a restaurant pan, and then I'll transfer it to, you know, a good thing to use is one of those big old punch bowls. Now I could use the punch bowls, or even my big, one thing that I usually use is this big is my big bowl here. See, you can put then people can serve it, but this is going to be down to the country, so we're not going to do crystal. We're going to do plus I've got a million other bowls that that we could use. Now let me get a piece of tin foil, and this is going to go into the ice box. Let me get 2 pieces of this. And I buy that Amazon basic heavy duty aluminum foil. It's really good, and it's not as expensive as some of that stuff that you get, you know. So now I'm just going to go on one side of it. Then I'll take it and I'll put the other one on the other side. I'll wrap that, roll right around there. And we're just going to put this in the ice box until lunchtime. And it's only 7 o'clock in the morning, so that'll give it some time to get kind of married together there. And so that's what we're going to have today with our ham and turkey, is our potato salad. Granny always called it the deviled egg potato salad, and that's what we're going to have. Wish y'all was here to eat some potato salad with us. I hope y'all have a wonderful Easter today. Mother and I'll go to the country, and we'll be back. And just remember, we're blessed. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. Bye-bye. Well, hello. I forgot something, y'all, so I had to come back and tell you. We've got to do our boiled eggs. I didn't put boiled eggs in the potato salad. Thank God I remembered, y'all. The only reason I remembered because I looked back in the recipe books y'all had open, and it said 4 or 5 boiled eggs. So I'm going to do them in Instant Pot. Just got my Instant Pot, put my trivet down in there. I'm going to take let's do about do, well, we can do as many as we want. So I think I'll just go ahead and kind of fill that up pretty good. I can probably get a dozen in here. We're going to try to get us a dozen. See how that's, I don't know if you can see that or not. That's down in there. Now I'm gonna put me a cup of water in there. Let me get Mama's coffee cup. I just got everything washed and cleaned up, and I got thinking, Lord, okay, so put a cup of water down in the bottom of your pot, Instapot. Now you'll place the eggs on that single layer on top of that trivet. Now we're gonna do, you can do up to 12. So we did 12. That'll be just fine. Now, gotta put it in the Instapot, make sure it seals, then set your Instapot to pressure cook for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. So let's put these in our pot, and I'll get the lid closed. Okay. Now then I'm gonna put it on pressure cook 5 minutes. So we got our seals all sealed. So as soon as those get down, I'll be back. Okay, while I'm waiting on them, I got one of those popcorn bowls and I put ice down in it. I'm going to fill that with water. Not all the way now. Just enough to let that get cold, see? Ice water down there. So let's just set that there. And as soon as those, I'm still trying to get stuff cleaned up. And as soon as those turn off, I will be back. Okay, so now I got my ice for the eggs. I left them in there on the high pressure for 5 minutes. And then I took them, because mine's a 6-quart, so I'm going to do a 5-minute natural release at the end. Now, if you've got an 8-quart pot, you need to quick release them as soon as the beeper goes off. So now we'll do our quick release. And get that where it'll unlock. Now then, I got on the telephone, and I'm not exactly for sure how long, but I think, see, they're still smoking. But what I want to do now is I want to take these out and put them right into my cold water, froze ice water. Now these can just stay in the pot. I need about 3, 4, 5. These can cool off on their own, so you don't. I'm going to set them right over there. Let them just cool off on their own. Need to probably let them cool about 5 or 10 minutes. I guess I could just put them all in there and just get it over with. What do y'all think? Just go on and get it. Go on and get it all over with. Then we can get this Instant Pot out of the way. And now those are in the frozen ice water. Let me get my. So now there's one more bit of game. Didn't see that one, did you? Okay. There we go. All right. Now then, we'll just set that. Let me get that. Set that over here. Whew. That was hot. It was pretty hot. So now we'll let the eggs cool in that ice water bath 5 or 10 minutes. Then you peel them and serve. Or if you're going to store them now, don't peel them and store them. Leave them in the shell, and as you need them, because they'll be good for about a week or a little over. Just peel them, and as you need them, crack them and peel them. Keep them in the ice box, though. And then you'll always have boiled eggs. That's the way you do your Instant Pot, hard-boiled egg. And then what I'll do is I'll peel these and chop them. And when I'm not going to take that whole big, I've decided not to take the whole big bowl of potato salad out to the country. I'm just going to take it, half of it, and I'll put the eggs and do it that way. All right, I'm glad I remembered what I was doing, because we would have forgotten the eggs. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm not going to put my microphones on, but I just wanted to show y'all that I'm cracking these eggs and I'm peeling them. See how that peel, that hull just comes off of there. So after you set them in your water for about 10, I'd say 10 or 15 minutes, you just peel that right off there. That'll come off. You don't have all that tearing up and what have you. So that's all we're going to peel for our potato salad. We'll put 6 in there, and then we've got 6 to set out here. We'll set them out here and put them in a bowl to go into the ice box. So that's what I wanted to show you, that those peel up real nice in that Instant Pot. And let me get a little pan. I'm just going to put these eggs down in there, and we'll put those in the ice box. Let me get this kind of cleaned up. This video is going to be long after I forgot the eggs and all that, and another microphone. I hope it works without the microphone in. So I'll show y'all what I'm going to do, just so you know. I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do. Now that has not cooled a lot. It has cooled some. So here's one more egg I forgot. Let me see about pouring this off. I'll rinse this out because Okay, I'll rinse and dry my this other popcorn bowl out that I had the egg water in. There's no sense in using that's all, folks. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my eggs. I need to switch bowls. Just hold on. I'm gonna get this bowl here, get this bowl here, and this bowl here, and the knife here. Now, I'm just gonna take these eggs. See those eggs, how they come out nicely. I'm just going to put a few at the, chop them up. Chop them however you want to. Let's do 3 on and we'll do 3 on top. Now see how those are. I'll show you in just a minute. So there's our few eggs. Let's get a restaurant spoon, and I'm going to take some of this potato salad and I'm just going to put it in. So we don't take all this. And 2, it'll kind of mix your eggs around in it. Mix your eggs around in that. We'll reapply the paprika. Now that's going to be oodles and gobs right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my egg and I'm just going to put it on the top. Kind of chop it. Up like that. Just like that. I got some down here on the stove. It's clean. Get that off that spoon. And now then, let's get our kind of place that so it looks nice. And get a paper towel. Remember, you got to clean up your work. Got to clean up your work. Alright, now to that we're going to add some pepper on top. Just to, and we'll add a little bit of salt to those eggs. Just wouldn't say much. Paprika. Put on the paprika. Okay. Now, this is ready to put back in the icebox. Now, that looks like grandmother's potato salad. I should have known it earlier. But you know, sometimes we get so sidetracked and we don't notice what's in front of our face. So now I'm going to cover this. Get some more foil for that. And that's what we're going to do. We'll talk to you soon. Happy Easter. Bye-bye again. I'm not coming back this time. Maybe later we'll talk.